I love this time of year because it's the season for entertaining and hosting get-togethers. So Shona's back. So you've got a checklist that is going to take the stress off your plate. Do you see what I did there? Stress off your plate. Yeah, I had to be so obvious about it. But like, we want to get prepared so that when people are actually coming over, like we are ready to entertain.
Yes. And listen, whether you're a seasoned entertainer or whether you're a newbie, a checklist is necessary.
Yes,
because it can. That's something that can get lost in the shuffle. You know, we're all balancing balls this time of year. We're trying to get the most out of the season.
Yes.
Sometimes handed a little more than we're looking for this season. And so now is the time to get in front of some of the things that you're able to. And so, like you said, this is like a checklist for your holiday entertaining. So even though you may not have a dinner party next week, the point is, or any kind of a get-together, do it now so you can make amends. So let's start with plates. Plates. People want to eat off of something, right?
Right. So what do we need to think about when it comes to the plates?
So the idea with plates, for starters, I always recommend buying plates in 10.
Yeah.
And not every plate is available like individuals. So if it's a set of 4 or something, then bump it up to 12.
Yes.
And the reason why I recommend that is because, yes, you're going to set your table. You may not be doing a table setting of 10 or 12 people.
Yeah.
But you know when you're making dinner, you just grab a bowl while you're prepping dinner. You grab a plate to put something on. So it gives you a little wiggle room just to have those plates on hand.
Yes. What if you broke one last season?
Or if you broke one last season.
It happens.
It does. So to give yourself that wiggle room and buy it now if you're restocking. But before you go and buy anything, count what you have. You may have enough, or you might think, oh, I know I've got a dozen of dinner plates because you didn't know someone broke one, and you count them up, and you're like, oh, okay, I'm short. I need to either replace that single plate or replenish my stock. And this very same thing with all of your flatware. Flatware. Interesting thing. One of the things that costs restaurants the most is flatware because it's so easy to go in the garbage.
Oh.
It's so easy. You're scraping off a plate, you know, when you're on the fly. And the same thing can happen in your own home.
Right.
By accident, something can go into the garbage. My family has experience of digging through a garbage bag.
To get the fork.
Looking for the one fork of my mom's silver that went missing.
Well, I know how to get rid of our forks. Put them in my daughter's lunch.
Oh, yes, and they never come back. Yeah.
We do plastic now.
Yes, that's
We'll
smart.
never see it again.
Yeah.
So
that is
you
smart.
need enough for everyone to eat.
And you might want to refresh them. All of these things are from Fable, beautiful Canadian company of all the dishware and glasses and cutlery. So you might even want to refresh. Maybe right now is the time to refresh. So take stock of your cutlery and your plates.
Okay, now our glasses.
Now we're going to go to glassware.
Yeah.
So again, you may not be a formal entertainer, that's fine, but you want to make sure you have the enough glasses for the right things. So just a basic tall glass here. I love this, nice clean lines. This can do everything. It can do pop, it can do water, it can do mocktails, it can do milk, sure, absolutely anything for breakfast, things like that. And then we're going to go to the short glass. Same thing, similar glass, but we're doing things like juice, things that are in smaller kind of portions. Juice or a drink that's on the rocks, kind of like a margarita, for example. Something like that can go into this. Then if you're of the crowd that likes whiskey or whiskey type cocktails, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say stock whiskey glasses. If you're a whiskey drinker, it's really different to drink out of a whiskey glass than it is out of a short. Yes. But that can be also cocktails like, you know, old fashions or Manhattans or things like that. So that might be something you're looking to serve.
Beautiful.
When it comes to a wine glass, I say, listen, if you're like a wine connoisseur and your people are, go ahead and buy the right glass for the white wine. There's like a glass that fits every single kind of wine. But for most people, a do-all glass will do it. It
Get
fits,
the universal.
Red, white, rosé, no problem. That glass will fit it. And then, especially if you're doing like a buffet style and people are serving themselves, if you have they don't have to worry about choosing the wrong glass or something like that. It's just, that's a wine glass.
Totally.
Then we're going to go to champagne and flute. So these are, the flute is the tall one, and this is the coupe, champagne coupe. You can have your choice of these. Might you want to stock them both? Yeah. Here's why. The champagne is very modern, the flute. It's what a lot of people like. They like to see the champagne bubbles go up the glass. There's a story behind that for another day. It is. But if you'd like to do the coupe, one, it's more traditional. It's totally hot comeback. It's very elegant. But this can do double duty for things like martinis.
Yes.
So you can put in an espresso martini in here, a vodka martini.
Yeah.
So again, depends how much space you have in your kitchen. You know, you might not want a glass for absolutely everything.
I actually think that's lovely, the coupe idea.
So do I.
We have flutes that are too tall for most of our cupboard space. So we have
Yes.
to go all the way up to store them. So check that out before you get a flute.
Excellent point. And the shape of this one in particular, I love. Again,
Yeah,
that's
it's lovely.
Fable.
Okay, so serving dishes?
Serving dishes take account. My go-to from day one entertaining is I put a Post-it note into a bowl of what's going to be served in that bowl.
Yeah.
And I do that for everything that's on the menu. So you know you have the right dishes for the right things.
Yes.
And that includes boards. We're all crazy about
those are
our boards.
beautiful.
These ones, yeah, they're really beautiful.
That's so nice.
You know, all of your charcuterie, your cheese boards, things like that.
Yeah. Okay, so chafing dish?
And last is specialty things. So chafing dish, this looks like it might be something extravagant to have. It was $20 at the Superstore a few years ago. This is mine from my house.
size of it.
You're putting hot dips in there. You're putting mashed potatoes in there.
Yeah.
You're doing anything like that.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got it set. All of the things you need to serve. Let's go to break. We're ready for the holidays. Or we're getting there anyway.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
When do you put your tree up?
Gorgeous.